A forceful attacker with a nose for the ball, Scott Stoneking played with a fierce competitiveness and an aggressive style that endeared him to his teammates.
Scott was on our team in the 4 years he was here, from freshman to senior year. He was probably the most intense player to step on the field. I think he was intense when he took a shower. I mean, he was just intense. And he was a guy who, in an exercise that we're doing with our team, you did not want to be on the other team, because Scott was hard-nosed and incredibly intense. And that competitive spirit helped take our team a long way. I mean, it was infectious. I know he fed off other players that were similar, but he certainly contributed to the full intensity that the team brought to any game and any practice that we did.
A four-year starter and captain in 1995 who challenged defenders with his sheer will and force, Stoneking was the leading scorer for the Gusties as they burst onto the national stage in the early 1990s. His intensity and ability to keep the ball in his foot even in heavy traffic made Stoneking the program's fifth all-time leading scorer with 31 goals and 18 assists for 80 points.
It was all about speed and straightforward, hard-nosed play. Scott was not going to dance around people. You weren't going to get a lot of step-over moves or pullbacks. You were going to get hard runs, strong on the ball. It was very hard to tackle him off the ball. And that strength is what led to most of the goals that he scored. He had a powerful shot. He was kind of a blue-collar forward. I mean, he was just work, and get goals.
A two-time All-Conference performer, 1993 and 1995, who led the Gusties in scoring for 3 straight seasons, 1993 through 1995, Stoneking helped Gustavus earn its first 2 NCAA tournament appearances in 1993 and 1994. In 1994, the Gusties set a school record for wins in a season with 15, while also earning their first NCAA tournament victory with a 1-0 win over Claremont Mudscripts in the opening round. Stoneking garnered National Soccer Coaches Association of America All-Central Region honors twice, earning a spot on the second team his junior year and the first team his senior year. The Burnsville native helped the Gusties claim back-to-back MIAC championships, 93 and 94, while posting a record of 48-19-5 overall and 27-9-4 in the MIAC.
He was surrounded by, when I talk about how focused he was surrounded by a lot of lighthearted guys who carried, intensity into the soccer games, but off the field I think those guys had lots of fun together. And I'm sure that all of his teammates worked pretty hard and helped mitigate his intensity off the field to make sure that he was doing what he had to do in appropriate ways.
After graduating in 1996 with majors in political science and criminal justice, Stoneking worked 1 year in corrections at a halfway house arrest monitoring company. He then enrolled at Michigan State University, where he earned a master's degree in criminal justice in 1998. Scott entered the insurance field the following year, serving as a workers' compensation adjuster for 3 different companies over the next 10 years. In 2005, Stoneking started law school at Hamline University. He graduated in 2009 and since then has been working as a defense attorney, handling workers' compensation litigation for McCullum, Crowley, Moschett, Miller, and Locke in Minneapolis. Scott and his wife Stacy live in Lakeville with their 3 sons, Austin, Owen, and Evan.
A vision that I still have that I remember of Scott is in a very, very important game that we did not come out with the result that we wanted. He had a goal called back in a championship game, in the NCAA game against UC San Diego as the half finished, and he was taken down in the box as well, and we got no call out of it. And if we'd gotten that, we would have been 1-0 up. And it was again a matter of straightforward. He was coming hard and got taken out, and it should have been a call that went in our favor, but it didn't, as those things happen. He had worked extraordinarily hard, and I just remember a teary-eyed Scott, because he worked his tail off and we didn't get what we wanted. And in that moment, that's a tough moment for every athlete, is to, work as hard as you possibly can and not get the result. And you had poured yourself into this season and being successful, and now it's finished. And it's not even so much the loss as I think it was, now it's finished. Because I think he really loved competing, he loved being on a team, that was a central focus of his life at Gustavus.